Okay, so in the previous videos I mentioned this idea of path, and so what I want to do with this video is to take a look at shapes and how shapes differ from paths directly. So if I were to take a shape like a rectangle, and I would just make a big rectangle here, what you'll notice is that when the rectangle is first created, I think we've mentioned this before, but we have the two handles here that change the shape, meaning the size or the sort of proportions of it, but it's still a rectangle. And then the other one that we have is this corner generator that generates these corners, okay? But it's still just a rectangle. And even when you're in this mode to change the size, or when you're in this mode to rotate and skew, you're still just looking at a basic rectangle. And so that differs from a path. And I'm going to show that to you right now. So if I were to go up to path and I would say object to path, what that's going to do is it's going to change this object into an object that can now be literally reshaped. So I'm going to go to my path editor, which is the one right below the arrow key, the selection key. And if I were to click on this, you'd now notice that the handles have changed. Okay, now these handles, if I were to move them, I could actually reshape. Now it's no longer just a rectangle. Okay, now I can actually change the entire shape of the object. It is now considered that these points are along a path. Okay, so that's the general introduction. When we come back, I'm going to show you how to, these things here are called nodes. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to not only add and subtract nodes to your object, but then how to actually manipulate those nodes.